I've always been fairly confident, but my self-worth is much, much more than it was before. To be able to say, I've earned that money, I've done everything for it, and there's nobody else apart from me that's doing it, it's really good. Sort of arms, so she's peeking over the top there. Yeah. My business is called New Generation Photography, and the main part of my business is photographing newborn babies and ladies with their bumps. It's scary, it's exciting, it's much, much harder work than I thought it would be, but it's also far more satisfying than I thought it would be. It's sort of a roller coaster, and I'm learning as I'm going. I had my last child and lots of pregnancy related problems, and as a result of that I couldn't go back into the job that I was doing. I was working in the nursery. I needed something that would fit in with family lifestyle, with being able to take my children to do things, to have days off when they're poorly. Self-employment seemed to be the only way that I could work out of making a living and feeding the children and sort of making a go of it. I listened to myself. In the end, it had to be what I wanted to do, and I think that's the key thing with being in your own business, is it's got to be what you want to do, what you feel comfortable doing, and your gut instinct to go for it. If you've got that sort of worries and things, that they're going to hold you back as much as the negative people. The main hurdle was actually going to Outset to do that first meeting, because that was when I think I really decided I was going to go for it and going to do it, and it was just a matter of time then. What I got out of Outset was far more than I ever would have imagined, and in ways that I wouldn't have imagined. The support of other people in the same situation was something that I wasn't expecting, and something that I couldn't have realised how important would be until I got there. I actually knew nothing about running my own business, so that was the initial part. I needed some advice and some direction. I mean, I had no financial knowledge or information or anything at all, bookkeeping and all the sort of the scary tax and that sort of things, and becoming self-employed and your national insurance contributions and all that I wouldn't have managed so well on my own. So that was sort of wonderful. And marketing, planning, sort of putting together a business plan, which you sort of, I think, if you're not in that way, you think it's not important until you get there and you start actually putting everything out, and then you realise, well, actually this is important, it does make a difference. And the way that the bankers sort of approached, I've approached them and things, because you've got a business plan and because you've got somebody helping you and backing you, they're far more interested in helping you. So good. Do you like your toes rubbed? I'd looked and had a look on the internet at the other competitors, but to be able to structurally put down things and write down your charts of what you're doing and who your competitors are, what the prices are, and actually have it written down was really good. So the market research side of things on the Outset Cornwall courses were brilliant. I have a diary which is now my Bible. Everything has to be written down so that I don't double book, that I can fit in all the things I need to do, whether they're things home related and the children's sort of schooling and that type of thing, and work. Everything has to have a time now. I don't think it's that much more stressful than having 5 children, but it is having time out, and then just being able to say, right, that's the end of the day, I've done all my jobs, and take that big breath and just do something else. And I think that's quite important, that you give yourself some time to be you again. Things are ticking along nicely, which is at the moment where I want it, and then when I have more time and when I have the desire to go further, then I'm quite happy that it can go as far as I want to take it.